Boom. Keep him coming.
What's going on everyone, Bobbybarks here and welcome to the round 4 highlights video for the 1v1 tournament quarter 4. We're going to kick it off with KadamRich 777 versus Pasha 1234. When the draw was made for round 4, this was my favourite game to watch. Both exceptional players. KadamRich was written off by a lot of people due to Pasha's more renowned ability in the FN community. But KadamRich, as I said right at the start, should not be written off at all. He's an exceptionally good player and only went out of quarter 3 due to some Specializer camping. It takes a nice 4-spawn lead after just 10 minutes here. Pasha actually started with a hunting rifle but switched out to the burst, as you saw there, and only got back into this game through this nice flank KadamRich wasn't really aware of. KadamRich did have a nice 8-spawn lead, but Pasha pulled it back right up until this point here. Nice smoke bomb from KadamRich, and he did pull it back to 3 spawns, went from strength to strength after that.
Try some smoke.
5 spawns up. We've got just a minute left on the clock, and as most of you will know by now, KadamRich that went through to round 5. Great play from Pasha, and it's a shame to see him go out so early in this tournament. Bowman versus the Charles was a game that I think we all expected Bowman to win. And when I started watching this game, I mean, I've not heard of the Charles before this, to be fair to him. Boom just does what Boom does, to be fair. He's up by 3 here, as you see, after just 3 minutes. Nice and steady, taking it in his stride. 1 kill per minute, which is the general average. Nice semi-play there again to go up by 4 spawns. And things are just going nice and simple for him. You'd think it would just be another day at the office for Mr. Bowman. But unfortunately, the Charles didn't just want to lay down and die. It's a nice burst rifle kill here, and pulls it back to within 2 spawns. And throughout the game, that was kind of the deal right up until this point here. Boom just spawns in after being up by 2, and within a split second, the scores are actually level for the first time since the game started. Boom switches out his loadout, putting a crossbow on, which is a very underused weapon for the 1v1 tournament. Now you think it will get a lot more use. Nice use of it there from Mr. Bowman. And throws in the Molotov, gets that down. So he's always keeping a 1 or 2 spawn lead. The Charles, despite pulling it back to 14-14, couldn't just get back into it right up until this point here, when this was the first time that the scores were tied again with 2 minutes to go. 11-11, and Bowman has really let a lead slip that he shouldn't have. He should have been able to see this game out. Not quite sure how that bomb didn't get Charles down, but he comes running out with a bitch stick and pulls it back to 10-10, leaving Boom to bleed out. So there's not going to be enough time for these two to get into another duel before the clock runs out. So at 10-10 and a tie game, as you all know, we go to a replay. A frustrating day at the office there for Boom, and we're going to show you the replay straight away, which unfortunately for Boom, he just could not get into it. He ended up going down by 5 within the first few minutes and never found his groove. As you can see, a double down there, but a lag from the Charles. But Bowman, unfortunately, in the second match, lost out and is out of the tournament. MoistyX versus Supreme War 90. Supreme managed to get his way back into the tournament despite losing to Duncan in the last round. We had a vacancy due to a double disqualification, and as Supreme War was the first loser to submit his footage, we put him through to round 4. MoistyX is a player I'm not familiar with. I think it's an alt account, and the player has some very Speclizer-like traits. I'm just throwing that out there. I don't know for sure if it is Speclizer's alt account. I hope it's not, but he does play very, very similar to Speclizer if it's not him. He gets a 7 spawn lead, and after this double down here with 8 minutes left on the clock, he switches out to a burst rifle because he's obviously thirsty for more blood, and goes straight in there with the shotgun. Has 6 shotgun shells, armoured up, decided to take that option rather than double upgrade his burst rifle, which is an interesting choice. And 8 spawns up. I think unfortunately for Supreme War, he did put up quite a decent fight against Duncan, to be fair, and he has played in every quarter and every team tournament that we've had with his hunting rifle, and he's been a decent player, but unfortunately MoistyX was just a bit too good skill-wise, and obviously used a lot of scrubbery. With just over a minute on the clock, Supreme had only got that 1 execution throughout the entire game, and unfortunately in this situation he lost his last chance for a respawn. A nice headshot there from Moisty, and he goes running in with a melee attack to take Supreme down to 0 lives. Fortunately for Supreme, he didn't lose that last life, so it wasn't a clean sweep. Biohazard 832 versus Cyborg David TLOU. 2 players I have absolutely no idea about, but one of the admins sent me this, saying it was a great game to watch, and thought it'd be worthwhile me showing it to you guys. Biohazard 832 playing with a hunting rifle, not afraid to use those Molotovs. Very slowish paced game, I have to say. Normally it is when people are using a hunting rifle, as they like to keep that distance. A lot of throwables being used in this one as well. Biohazard here goes in with a smoke bomb, which misses, but he gets smoked himself from David, and that Shiv comes in. Things were pretty even Stevens all the way through. That was 18-18 as you saw. It's now 16-16. Biohazard goes in with a smoke bomb, but unfortunately David gets rid of the wheezes a bit too quickly and gets that 1 hit stick. Biohazard did get the next execution, and things were here at 13-14. David gets those burst rifle shots on. To be fair to him, he's not camping after he respawns in by the garbage truck, and Biohazard comes in to try and even the scores, and is running out of time. He must know how long's left. Gets a nice body shot, goes in with the launcher. He does get that down, but as time ticks down, can he get the execution? He can't. He loses, and he is out. Cyborg David TLOU goes through to round 4. John 500 versus Gusty Phoenix. When I saw this draw, I had to have a little laugh to myself. Gusty Phoenix detests things like Bomb Expert 3, whereas John 500 has a trophy with a hunter throwing a smoke bomb in his living room. He is all about Bomb Expert 3, loves the perk, has used it in all quarters so far, and Gusty has absolutely no idea what's going on here. He gets Bomb Expert from behind, and a nice Shiv from John 500. John up by 3, and is going to get another smoke bomb by the looks of it here. I think Gusty tries to flush him out from behind the crate. It does get smoked, but John throws in a smoke bomb to counter him and gets that Shiv from the front despite taking a bullet in the face from the burst. TLOU lag, ladies and gentlemen. John 500 up by 4. Gusty did try pulling it back in, but there was only ever going to be one outcome in this game, and I did call it when I saw the draw, that Gusty Phoenix would rage quit the game, and there he goes, proving me absolutely right. John 500 moves through to round 5. Adrenaline RX versus Godguide My VR. You'd think Godguide My VR would be a very, very good player with a variable rifle, but maybe Adrenaline RX should be called Adrenaline VR, because he was absolutely exceptional here in this game with the variable rifle. Another FN player, probably one of the best in 2016. I don't think he plays much FN anymore, but he is a very, very good player, and he will definitely be one to watch in this tournament, as long as he avoids some of the other big guns in the next round. Round 5, by the way, will be the last of the knockout stages for the time being. Round 6 will be the group stages. So if you get through round 5, you will end up in a group stage. Adrenaline RX, though, I mean, I have to keep showing some of these clips because it's just absolutely exceptional play from him with this variable rifle. I would love to see him play against people like Belfagor and Tinetro going forward. I think that would be absolutely brilliant to watch. Godguide My VR, I feel a bit sorry for him showing these clips, but it's just purely for entertainment value with Adrenaline RX. 7 minutes left on the clock, and Godguide My VR only has 7 respawns. I'm not sure why there's teabags been thrown out by Adrenaline RX, but there certainly is. Even shows him his backside. Whacks on some armour, takes a special execution, and Godguide My VR goes to church. Nice evil laugh from Adrenaline RX, who goes through to round 5. The Shiv Prince, everyone's favourite prince, got off to an absolutely awful start here against Magnum Firestar. 2 minutes into the game, and he finds himself down by 3. But he's using this Valkyrie loadout that we see quite a lot. We saw it with Cyborg David TLOU. And we're seeing it again here from the Shiv Prince, who is going down by 3 spawns and then using the welfare and execution of 3 and those bonus 200 parts from getting that kill after losing 3 spawns. Nice corner shooting here from the Shiv Prince, who, as you can see now, is actually up by 3. Went down by 3 to start with and then utilised everything to his advantage, and takes a 4 spawn lead with 4 minutes to go. I always do wonder when somebody goes down by 3 spawns whether they've actually planned it or not. I know Valkyrie suggests that sometimes in his 1v1s. Out comes the shotgun, as you would expect from this Valkyrie loadout. And I do blame Valkyrie for this type of play, because in my Discord he's been telling everyone to use this kind of tactic. Which might mean there could be some rule changes for round 5. But anyway, the Shiv Prince is the one that goes through to round 5. Another person there using the evil laugh gesture, showing some disrespect for his opponent. And oh yes, I do remember this now. We're going to see out the rest of this game, because if having the evil laugh gesture is not enough for some disrespect, the Shiv Prince, I know he is like Marmite in the community. A lot of people love him, a lot of people hate him. But this might be the reason people love and hate him. Just going steaming in with a shotgun when there's no need. His opponent is gesturing, but he just goes in and takes him out. Lone Wolf 3204 versus Penelli. I'm going to call it. I'm not going to use that unfortunate PSN name. But Lone Wolf 3204 has been in every quarter of this 1v1 tournament so far, and he's probably the best player that keeps getting knocked out. He's such a very, very skilled player, one of the best that we've had, and he keeps entering these kind of tournaments and remaining pure to his FN roots, which unfortunately has been his downfall. I do kind of wish that he'd just let his hair down a little bit, use a Molotov, put some armour on, and get out a purchasable, even if it's just a machete or something like that, or a flamethrower. But no, he remains absolutely pure to his FN roots. And as you can see, 7 minutes left on the clock, and he goes up by 7 against Penelli. And I think you'd be forgiven for thinking that that was it, that was game, set and match, player of Lone Wolf's capability. But unfortunately Penelli and unfortunately Valkyrie we go back to this loadout again, where the shotgun comes out after so long, using the welfare to buy the parts and the ammo for the shotgun, and Penelli starts making a fairly decent comeback. One of the other things I do notice about Lone Wolf as well is that he rushes the game. The game is played at a very, very fast pace, and when he's got a 7 spawn lead, it just gave Penelli the chance to get back into this game. There is a 1 spawn difference here, just 4 minutes after Lone Wolf had a 7 spawn lead. And despite avoiding these shotgun shells here, he doesn't heal up in time before that burst rifle catches his heels, and Penelli pulls the score level. Yes, I'm as surprised as you guys are as to how this game turned so quickly. To be fair to Penelli, that's a fantastic 1 burst from distance, and he takes the lead for the first time in this game, which Lone Wolf could not get back into. This was some great 9mm play. I have to say, it's some of the best 9mm skill I've seen so far in this round. But it wasn't enough for Lone Wolf to try and get back into the game. Penelli obviously spawns by the garbage truck and makes his way through the interior of the building, and Lone Wolf just cannot close the distance on the map within the seconds that remain, and he goes out of the tournament so early. For such a good player, that is a disappointment. The next match we're going to show is TLOU Strategist versus Giant Roger. 2 admins in the tournament, and 2 very, very scrubby players. I have to say that this, I was really looking forward to this, because 2 guys that have been helping me run this tournament ended up getting drawn against each other, and it was great to see that there was no holding back from either player. As you can see, burst rifles, smoke bombs, revolvers, special executions. The only thing that it's missing is some taunting. TLOU Strat struggled to start with. Giant Roger known for being a bit scrubby, and despite TLOU Strat going in with that bomb expert 3, Roger did get that down before the smoke bomb went off, but not on this occasion. A nice smoke bomb from TLOU Strat does a ringy roses through the 24-hour and gets his first kill of the game. He did pull it back, as you can see, 17-17 halfway through this game. Molotov comes in, Roger does manage to evade it, and comes in with the smoke bomb, but TLOU Strat has his bitch stick. Unfortunately, Giant Roger's bomb expert 3 didn't pay off in that situation, but it does here. A nice smoke bomb from Roger keeps the score even. I have to tell you guys as well that this was the second game between these two. The first one finished even Stevens, and this was absolutely lovely. Smoke bomb, bomb expert galore. Nice counter from Giant Roger there. Saw TLOU Strat running towards him. However, the scores are at 14-14. The clock is ticking down. Smoke bomb from Roger, not quite sure how TLOU Strat gets smoked there. Another smoke bomb from Roger. TLOU Strat counters it this time, and it's him that gets the final kill, and there is no time back for Roger. TLOU Strat goes through to round 5.
It won't be coming back here now.
Kaplani versus Tom Cruise, the Last Samurai. This was a very interesting game. Both these players have been around for most of the quarters and most of the team games in the tournament throughout this calendar year, and I was really looking forward to see how they pair off against each other. Tom Cruise is quite underrated. Kaplani is highly thought of after finishing 3rd place in quarter 3. Things were fairly even between these two. Tom Cruise not afraid to be very, very scrubby with that Molotov. I think what you'll find again with this one though is that Tom Cruise is using the Valkyrie loadout and the Valkyrie tactic. Kaplani throws in a smoke bomb, but it doesn't go off quick enough despite hitting those overhead cables. But this was a nice burst rifle action there from Kaplani. Look at that nice headshot, even though Tom Cruise had that elevated position. And this one remained even Stevens for most of the game. Kaplani again with a 1 spawn lead. Despite getting some nice burst rifle action there, he just couldn't quite finish it off before Tom got his own headshots with the burst rifle. Kaplani then went on to take a 3 spawn lead. Thought it would be a good idea to punch a guy with a shotgun, which I'm not quite sure that really is, particularly in Factions multiplayer. Tom Cruise using the shotgun to his advantage and getting back into this one. Bomb Expert 1 is there as well, as we say, that Valkyrie loadout. Nice headshot from Kaplani with the burst rifle, but Tom coming running in with that shotgun, ripping Kaplani a new one. We're going to the final 20 seconds here. Kaplani is spawned in by the picture house. Tom Cruise is coming running in with a Molotov, armor, a shotgun. Kaplani only has his burst rifle. He misses with the Molotov, does Tom Cruise. 7, 6, 5. Are we going to get a winner in this one? Nice headshot from Kaplani, but Tom Cruise has got to bleed out. He's landed in his own Molotov. He went into a down state in his own Molotov, and Kaplani takes the win in the final split second. We're going to finish this highlight video off with Romance Jones's perspective from that game with Nick A. You already know the result, or most of you will already know the result from Nick's stream, but we're going to see it from Romance's perspective here. Nick gets the first kill of the game with a lovely up-close headshot with the hunting rifle, but Romance Jones again using this Valkyrie tactic and Valkyrie loadout. Bomb Expert 1 and the smoke bomb. Romance getting his first kill of the game after just 3 minutes. Nick's situational awareness here was a bit unsmart, I have to say. He allowed Romance to make his way down Nick's left hand side and take that kill, and again he's guilty of the same thing here. Fortunately, Romance misses with the burst rifle shot, but Nick for some reason throws a grenade launcher in his own face and then gets smoked by that Bomb Expert 1 tactic from Romance, who takes the Shiv kill and a fairly decent spawn lead. Nick, as you can see there, switched out to a tactical shotgun, but I think it was too little too late. He's behind by 7, 3.5 minutes to go. This was the shotgun shot which you saw from Nick's perspective, where it looked like Romance teleported. There was a bit of a white plug there on Romance's screen, but Nick just, he was never going to get out of the way of that. Nick there, you can see getting tagged by Romance, switched to a shotgun himself, but as we've already stipulated, the clock was against him after falling to such a huge deficit. This, though, was one of my favourite clips from the game. Nick missing with that first shotgun, and then them both downing each other with that shotgun shell. Always entertaining. But unfortunately, Nick A30 goes out of the tournament, and Romance Jones goes through to round 5. So that is your lot, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for tuning in. The draw for round 5 will take place tomorrow. Hope to see you all there. Bye for now.